This call is being recorded. If you do not wish to be recorded, please disconnect at this time.
Good day. I am the voice of We Provoke Thought. I'm calling for your permission to engage in a 2 to 5 minute recorded dialogue about various subjects not limited to global, domestic, or personal issues and events. We Provoke Thought is an organization and show that is looking to be the platform for all those who have an opinion, idea, or educated information to share to the world, an outlet to voice your feelings and facts. Once we begin, we will continue with you having full knowledge that the call is being recorded, that you agree to continue with the recorded call, and that you agree for We Provoke Thought to publish this call without releasing your identity, phone number, or name, and any information leading to you on We Provoke Thought's YouTube channel, We Provoke Thought's Facebook forum, and website. Now, good day, ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Good evening.
Good evening. And may I ask, before we begin, what city and state are you in?
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
All right. Now, there are various topics that are quite hot right now throughout the country as well as the world. One being a big racial issue that I don't think has ever died and is alive to this day. We also have a big issue with privacy. I don't know if you're aware or not, but Edward Snowden is on the hot seat with the government. And a particularly interesting topic about condoms, condom controversy at the Springfield, Massachusetts middle school. Now, in this article I came across not too long ago, and basically it's about a school district in Massachusetts could be getting ready to hand out condoms to middle schoolers. The policy was approved in the first round of voting, and some parents are on the fence about it. Now, condoms may soon be available for the students as young as 12 years of age in Springfield, Massachusetts public schools. School committee voted 5 to 1 in favor for this new policy, and they're basically saying it's an effort to prevent sexually transmitted diseases and pregnancy. Now, we can talk about any of the subjects that I raised, or we can talk about something that you would like to speak about, something global, domestic, or personal. What would you like to discuss about today?
I did not hear what's going on in the school system in Massachusetts. That's very interesting. Let's go with that topic.
All right. Well, let's discuss that. Now, my question to you would be, what do you think about, and not only just in Massachusetts, but any school for that matter, handing out condoms to children as young as 12 years of age? And I want to point out that the innocence is young and thriving in a child as young as 12 years of age. So what do you feel about that?
Yeah. Absolutely. I think any responsible person wouldn't just say, I'm for it or against it without, having reservations with either of those opinions. And I guess I would say that I feel mixed feelings about it also. I would say that I'm in my 50s. I remember that we had sex education in school. It was always the gym teachers, sweating bullets, trying to get through, just the bare basic information about sex education. Was it informative? Maybe to some. It wasn't to me. At the time, I wasn't sexually active, and this was in high school, mind you. But I did listen to what they were saying as far as information. However, I also listened to my friends that was given a lot of misinformation, which is dangerous in itself. And back then, I don't think as much was going on in the school system or today with, technology, with social media. I think that, unfortunately, the naivety of kids and the innocence of kids are not as long-lived. Very early on, they realize that there's no Santa Claus, there's no mystique, no magic, no mystery, no anything. I mean, they're confronted with everything. On TV, there's, there's reports of people being murdered. There's X-rated information on TV, on the radios. You have cell phones. So kids today are exposed to a lot of things. I think they should be exposed to the truth along with that. And I think the school system making a decision to give condoms to kids early on in middle school, I think it's the school system being responsible. Do I like it? Of course not. Why would I want a 12-year-old to get a condom? However, those parents who are up in arms and on the fence, they need to come down off that fence very slowly and realize that the boys are having sex with somebody's daughter. Daughters are having sex with somebody's son. And nowadays, it's even same sex as early as middle school. This is a fact. And we're talking about pregnancies, we're talking about diseases, and we're talking as young as middle school.
Well, let me interrupt you there just real quick.
Being responsible, yes.
Let me interrupt you there real quick just to kind of support some of the statements you just made. Now, understanding that this middle school in Massachusetts did not just come up with this idea haphazardly. They did do some research, and the research had shown that 27% of the 12-year-olds in Springfield have reported having sexual intercourse, and that number jumped to 51% by the ninth grade. So I just wanted to add that in there with your statement there, and allow you to continue on.
Yeah, thank you for that. Those statistics. I can also say that if I have grown kids. If I had kids in that age group and they were given a condom, I would expect that a note would come home in the mail. I would expect a phone call. Everybody has cell phones from the school system letting me know that this is occurring on this particular date, this particular week. I can have a conversation with my kids and tell them where I stand, where our family values stand, religiously, morally, and everything else, because kids having sex that young is ridiculous. And I want to go on record as saying giving out a condom does not give permission. It's giving knowledge and it's preventing. Not every kid comes from a mother and a father. Everyone's loving one another, that type of household. Most families, they got to go out and work. The kids are out there like me, believing misinformation and taking chances. And some parents, even today, they don't feel comfortable speaking about sex to kids. And as far as I'm concerned, it should be no different than you teaching math, reading, or arithmetic. You can speak about the technical aspect, the textbook aspect of pregnancy, of diseases, and then you have to incorporate your moral values.
All right. So do you feel as though, or shall I ask, is there a problem with you having the school, or do you feel as though the school is playing that parenting role, or that you are both sharing that parenting role?
I think that, yes, they should, because, for quite a few hours during the day, they have charge of these minors. So, yes, they have to be responsible. Are they telling the parents how to raise their kids? Of course not. If there's an epidemic in the United States, the government, the school system, they have to be responsible and protect the population. For instance, very early on when the AIDS epidemic came out, and people thought if they just walked past someone, they may catch AIDS if they ate off the same fork, and there was quite hysteria. Then they realized that people it was blood-to-blood contact or, body fluid-to-body fluid contact. Then they were giving out clean needles, syringes. So the heroin addicts or intravenous drug users or diabetics, what have you, would use clean needles. And people were up in arms about that we were promoting drug use. No, we weren't promoting drug use. We were trying to contain an epidemic. And I see handing out condoms to school-age kids who, hello parents, are having sex. Maybe not your kid, but some kids are having sex. And
they are
12 years old, 13 years old, the kids should not be procreating. Kids should not be dying from AIDS or any preventable illness. So giving a condom can be saving lives. And, yes, I think to avoid an epidemic and to save lives and just stop the madness, yes, that's a part of education. And if people want to sit on a moral or religious high horse, you know, like I said, if the rate of kids having sex at that age is going up, that means that children, daughters, are having sex, sons are having sex. It's as clear as that. And if you think that your kid is not doing something when they're around their peers, you're wrong.
Wrong, indeed. And we're going to end it on that. We're going to end it on that. You're wrong. You're wrong. And in this case here, you feel as though the school is right. And I for one, I think that it is something that needs to be addressed. I believe, I always go back to family and community. It all ties in itself. And we all need to play a very active role in our children's lives. And I want to thank you for sharing your views as well as allowing the world to hear your voice. Here we Provoke Thought, and for that we do not apologize. I'm going to say goodbye to you on the other end, but again, I thank you from Philly with your information and also your great voice there. All right.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too.
This call has been recorded. This call is being recorded. If you do not wish to be recorded, please disconnect at this time.
Good day. I am the voice of We Provoke Thought. I'm calling for your permission